Hello, Starknet family. Hello, Starknet family. Welcome back to the Star Cafe. I'm Nurstar, your personal Stark barista. And once again, we are ready to serve you with some very special Starknet content. So, my dear friends, let's start this week in the best way possible by speaking about one of the first projects that started building on Starknet almost 2 years ago. And we're talking of JediSwap, a decentralized automated market maker that is also one of the most used DEXs in the ecosystem, with a current total value locked of about $10 million. And well, on this Star Cafe, we'll be speaking about its products, but we'll also have a look at their decentralized DAO-like working structure, which is something very inspiring. However, let's welcome our guests for today, Chobi and Crypto 0x has just arrived. Let me accept him as a speaker, and he should be able to speak in a couple of seconds. So, dear listeners, let's welcome Chobi and Crypto 0x. Hello, Chobi.
Hello, Nurstar.
Hello, my friend. I see that Crypto 0x can join as a speaker. Maybe he's joining with the PC, with the laptop, and this time doesn't let him in. I don't know. Let's see. And I'll send him the invitation once again. Okay. All right. So anyway, Chobi, let's start with you. And I'd like to know, could you provide us with an overview of the past 18 months of work for JediSwap? And it would be great to hear about the progress, the milestones, and the significant goals that JediSwap achieved during this period. Obviously, feel also free to briefly introduce yourself before answering the question.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'm Chobi. I'm from JediSwap. And yeah, I am actually a civil engineer, but now onboarded fully on Web3 thanks to JediSwap. And I'm a contributor since like early days of JediSwap. So I have been in the journey so far, most of the journey I mean. So, hello, Colin, by the way. So first, we deployed on the testnet. We are one of the first projects who deployed on Starknet testnet. And like since 18 months, as Nurstar said, we have been deployed. So then we spent our most of the energy to create a strong community base. We made a lot of events, made a lot of things with the community. Then we went on mainnet on November 2022, like almost maybe 10 months ago, yeah, I can say. And we announced it in Starknet India, which was organized as JediSwap also. So we organized a community event in Starknet India, and a lot of people from other projects on the ecosystem, and also the people from Starknet, Starkware company came also, and we announced our mainnet there. So by means of community, we reached over 110,000 people on Twitter and 75 people on 1,000 on Discord. And we have 500 contributors, which 40-50 of them are constantly active and others time to time being active. And we attended like 4 Bitcoin rounds. Since we are a DAO-like organization, our only funds are from the donation. And we see the community's belief in us and our strength, because we are number one in all-time Bitcoin grants, by contributors count, like almost like maybe 400, 500 different, 1,000 different people gave us grants. So it shows our community's strength also. We made a lot of Twitter spaces and AMAs in Discord, and to strengthen our community also. So these were the updates which I remember, and which my journey so far. Maybe Colin wants to add or something to these.
Hello,
Colin. Most importantly, can you hear me now? Okay, I think
yes,
it's
we
working.
can hear you. Welcome to the Star Cafe. calling.
Wonderful. Yeah, I switched to the phone, so maybe the quality is a bit shitty, but at least you can hear me. Yeah, nothing to add on the first question, I think, but we have a lot more to talk about on the roadmap, which is there's a few cool upcoming updates that we can talk about in one of the next questions.
I see. Okay, no
And
worries.
maybe if I don't lose too much time, a quick intro for myself as well. So I'm with JediSwap since last December, actually since shortly before the mainnet launch. Yeah, so I was just looking at some projects on Starknet, tried to get a bit more involved, and the JediSwap community really caught my eye. So I wanted to be, become a part and help them build this. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. And I'm very happy that JediSwap reached all these milestones, and it was supported by the community a lot through the Gitcoin rounds, with the Gitcoin grants rounds, as Chobi mentioned. And I also contributed to JediSwap in the early days, so it was very nice and touching to see JediSwap growing that much during the last year. And I'm very proud of you guys. Congratulations. And moving to the next question, I would like to know, JediSwap is currently the Starknet app with the highest TVL. And, why do you think users are choosing you as their preferred platform when it comes to swap and LP, providing liquidity on Starknet? And what differentiates you from other AMMs, and both product and community wise? I don't know if Colin.
Colin, would you like to go first for the
Yeah, I
product
can
wise, maybe?
start with the sort of technical aspect. So first of all, compared to other AMMs not on Starknet, I think one benefit of building on Starknet is that you get native account abstraction, which makes the whole user experience much more smooth. So instead of having to approve tokens before every swap or every liquidity you want to provide, it's all bundled into one multi-call transaction. So that perspective alone, I think, brings a lot of users. Then, of course, the scalability. So if you want to swap on mainnet versus if you swap on a rollup, or even better on a rollup like Starknet, it scales much better. So on Ethereum, sending tokens, say, costs you maybe 50 cents, and doing a swap costs 10 times as much, so $5. Whereas on Starknet, the ratio is only 2x. So maybe it costs, I don't know, 10 cents to transfer tokens and 20 cents to do a swap, just for example. So yeah, the lower base fee is definitely also something that helps. And what makes us different in terms of other competitors on Starknet is that we really focus on user experience first, and also on composability. So everything we do is open source. Everyone can use our contracts to build on top of them, which will be more and more important the further we grow the ecosystem as well, because soon in the future, potentially you can use your LP tokens as collateral on a lending market like zkLend or Nostra or others. So there's a lot of interaction that we can build with other protocols by being focused on transparency and keeping everything open source from day one. So those are two main things that I want to add on that side.
For like
Very good.
community wise, like everyone is welcomed and opinions are heard by everyone. So actually we work like not work, I mean we are like a Web3 onboarding platform. So a lot of people who wanted to become a part of Web3 joined us as community members, became contributors, and now they're contributors to JediSwap, and now they work for in different projects. Even in Argent we have some guys who were contributors in early days, and now they work for them and still contributing to JediSwap. And that's why I call it like Web3 onboarding platform. And we do a lot of community events such as Twitter Spaces, AMAs, and with other projects we do a lot of spaces to combine our community bases, because we believe the ethos of combining communities of different projects. Because we have a community, for example, another project has a community to introduce these communities to each other. These kind of events are so important, and we try to do maximum amount of this kind of events. So this is, I think, our differentiation from a lot of projects in Starknet and whole crypto ecosystem.
Very well. And before continuing with an explanation about the structure of the JediSwap community and core contributors base, I would like to know: have you seen many new users coming to the to the Starknet scaling solution, especially in the last 2 months? Because also the scaling solution itself has improved a lot in terms of performance and costs. So I just wanted to know: are you seeing more people coming from different from other scaling solutions or other like alternative layer ones, or you are also seeing non crypto native people joining Starknet as their first Web3 experience?
I
Yeah,
feel like
you go
since
ahead, Joey.
since TVL is increasing, I can say that more crypto people is coming, but maybe on non-crypto side, or maybe Colin has some another idea. But in terms of TVL, since increasing and the number of wallets and number of transactions increasing, I feel like more people are coming.
Yeah, fully agree on that. And it really helped that Starknet got more transaction throughput now since a couple of weeks. So that's really, made us ready for the next stage of growth. Because sometime in May and June, it got really difficult to actually do a lot of transactions because, it was very crowded. And now I think we're prepared to have much more people on board. I would say what we see is that other people from rollups like optimistic rollups, for example, like Arbitrum and Optimism, they sort of expand their horizon and now looking at all those CK rollups like Starknet and CK Sync and others, of course. So there's a lot of narrative of the whole rollup space. So I feel like it's the main focus next to liquid staking. Rollup seems to be the main point that everyone's sort of interested in. So that's good for us because it helps us to also attract new users. And what I also can say here is in terms of onboarding, we tried our best to sort of have also more marketing in a sense that with our campaigns. We had the LP campaign where people could have a ranking for how much liquidity they contribute to JediSwap, and there will be more campaigns in the future. So that's also something that we work on.
Very well. And, one of the most praised characteristics of JediSwap is that the whole team, the whole JediSwap contributors, core contributors base is coordinated in a permissionless way. And there are a lot of active contributors helping the project grow as fast as possible. And they come from all over the world. And could you tell us a bit about this permissionless working structure that JediSwap has? And also, I would like to know if will JediSwap become a DAO as soon as you have your own token? And how have you managed to basically handle a DAO-like structure without having a token? And how did you coordinate and reward the contributors so far?
There is actually not a specific team. We cannot say this is JediSwap team, but we have guild system, and these guilds have leaders. But when I say leader, it's not like the person who has the final decision. The leaders just help people to complete the tasks or manage them, direct them to how to complete the tasks. So everyone has a say to decision making and on the matters. So any contributor can come and join contributor calls, and if there is a discussion, they attend to. So leader doesn't have a specific, doesn't have a powerful role than any other contribution. It's just people who have more time and energy to focus on JediSwap, actually. So we have the guild system. Guild has members, but it doesn't mean that, for example, I mostly do tasks for problem solving and growth. But if I have some dev coding abilities, I can also go there and help them. And when you complete some tasks or when you execute an event or something, you get points according to that. These points will be converted into JediSwap tokens in the future. For now, we don't have a current reward structure, but I always say that the biggest reward is to have chance to work with great individuals like Colin here and Nurstar. We were working with you also, so we learn from each other, and being a part of this organization also help you to understand and improve the Web3 values. So we can say that we are DAO now, but we are not perfect. We don't claim that we are perfect, and we try to refine our system every day. Try to code new tools, or try to find new tools, outsourcing new tools from other projects. I tell this to all the listeners here.
Yeah, maybe I can add a few points to that. So fully agree that the main point is to learn from each other and to sort of, be a part of the community. That was also what made me so excited, because I just wanted to interact more with the Starknet ecosystem. And this basically gave me the opportunity to do that and to connect with a lot of people while doing it. So that's the one part. The other part is I was actually surprised how incredibly well it works to organize everyone in this permissionless way. So it's quite productive, I would say. It's everyone just contributes whatever he or she is best at. So there's no no one is forced to do anything, right? So everyone is here by their own will and doesn't get immediately paid for it. So that brings together, I think, the best of people. So that's the one part. The other part is, yes, right now it's not really on chain. So that's something we're working on to make it more permissionless, also in sense of bringing it more on the chain. And the way we'll achieve that is by having contributor NFTs, which you could imagine like a soul-bound NFT, which is sort of like a track record of what you've worked on. So a proof where you can show your skills and the projects that you built already. That's also expected to go live in the next couple of weeks and months. That's something that I think will be a game changer, not just for JediSwap, because the whole point of having this permissionless work system is that you could also use it for other projects. So JediSwap is just the first of hopefully many such projects that will be built with the system that we provide. So anyone can come with an idea. If you want to launch a project or anything, you can build your own community using the same structure of permissionless work that we leveraged. Yeah.
Well understood. Very well. Thanks a lot. And really looking forward to seeing JediSwap gradually becoming a DAO. And Chobi, you said that you were very active in problem solving related tasks. So I just would like to know, what are the main challenges that you could meet like day-to-day basis, like when structuring and when working with this kind of structure, like something that maybe it wouldn't happen in a company, for example, something like that. Do you have any example?
Like when there is no direct incentives now, like people need to survive and provide for their families. So we are also in a bear market. So and now currently we don't have tangible rewards for the people who works for us. So sometimes people just not stop working, not stop contributing, but they find jobs and go to other projects. So this is one thing, but we are working on it actually, and maybe we will have a solution soon, hopefully. But thanks to your experience you get from JediSwap, working with the individuals in JediSwap, you also have the experience. So when you actually need to find a job, first they ask you for experience, and you have chance to get this experience in JediSwap. So we somehow halfly solved it, but we will try to find a better solution to it. And also the ecosystem, like all crypto ecosystem, not just Starknet. The projects, the other layer 2 solutions maybe, or other projects who give signs for airdrop, takes the attention and TVL. Like Starknet or Starkware doesn't do that mostly. So if a person comes for short-term gains, it's not the right place to stay for you. But if you believe in crypto and Web3 ethos, I think Starknet and JediSwap is where you should belong. I can just tell it. So one of the main challenges is that very good individuals, but if they looking for short-term gains, I think JediSwap is not a true way for tangible rewards.
Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, JediSwap has also been a kind of academy, to help people understanding Starknet and getting also like jobs jobs and other kind of contributions in the ecosystem. And so you're doing a great job as well, a great service for the ecosystem itself. And well, moving a bit back to the product. I just would like to know what are the current and future priorities of JediSwap when it comes to DeFi and its products. How are you preparing the following months? As the Starknet is expected to grow even farther and faster than it is already doing. So I know you can spoiler anything, but just give us some guidelines, something like that.
Actually, we can spoiler because we have an official roadmap that has been published in one of our blog articles in May. And yeah, so we have a lot of exciting things that are launching soon. The next one is a cross-chain feature where users can provide liquidity coming from, say, Arbitrum, Optimism, Mainnet, or some other chain. They can do a single transaction, and this will be converted into LP tokens on Starknet, which is very cool. So, for example, if someone has DAI or Ethereum or any other token on Arbitrum, they can use this feature on our UI, which will go live. That's built together with Vido, which we will make, of course, announcements about. So the user can send his tokens to this through this widget, and he can select, or she can select whether he wants to receive, for example, Ethereum USDC LP or some other LP tokens, whatever they like. It's everything through one single SEP transaction is converted into the LP. So that's the next one. Will go live hopefully next week. And then we're working on JediSwap version 2, which will be a combination of concentrated liquidity, like from Uniswap v3, and also an order book mechanism, which I think will be quite helpful in making everything more scalable and continue to providing the best swap prices on Starknet. Then, as I already quickly said, we want to expand on the permissionless work model to bring it more on-chain. So that's something that's also being worked on now for Q3. And that will come with people needing to connect their wallet. So right now, everything is Discord-based. So our contributors connect with their Discord ID. But in the future, given that it's more decentralized, they have to connect with a wallet, for example, and this wallet will be then used to hold their soul-bound contributor NFT. Then the next one and last one, which is important to note, we will launch an integration with Arch and Web Wallet. Web Wallet is something really cool where users can create a wallet without a seed phrase, basically. So it's very user-friendly and helps to onboard non-crypto native people into the ecosystem. It's not custodial though, so the web wallet works with, I think, with an MPC solution in the background. So it's kind of a keyless wallet, but you don't trust any counterparty. So it's still secure from that perspective. And to make it more simple as a summary, it means you can just log in with your email and use JediSwap. So that's something I think will be very cool to make it more accessible. Yeah, Joby, did I forget something from the roadmap, or is that? I think that's all for them.
You're great.
Awesome, guys. Well, very exciting and a lot of interesting new features ahead of us, and looking forward to each of them. And well, let's finish this Star Cafe with a call to potential contributors. So I wanted to ask you, how can people contribute to JediSwap? And well, first you could answer me in a general way, and secondly, you could also take a use case, an example. Let's say that I wanted to submit this Star Cafe episode as a contribution. What would I have to do?
So there are actually two ways to contribute on JediSwap. First, to become constant contributor, you can go to our Discord, and there is a channel named Introduce Yourself. You can just write that about your background, like you don't have to have much experience or something, just about your crypto journey, how you meet with crypto, if you have any experience, and you can say that you want to be a contributor. So our community admins and moderators will help you onboarding. They are there all the time, and if you write something like this, they will be creating a thread for you, and they will start your onboarding process. Another thing, if you like content creator, or if you have some influence, if you create content, or if you're not a content creator but you want to decide, like you decide to create some content on JediSwap, we have a force wielder program, and by creating content you get force wielder points. To earn these points, you create your content and you go to our Discord. We have an important links channel. There you can find the form for force builder program. You put your link of your content and either your Twitter name or your MetaMask wallet, your EVM wallet. Then you send the form. So you get points according to the quality and the interactions on your content. So in the same channel, important links channel, there is also a sheet. Every month, 7th of every month, we update the sheet. I mean, at least we try to update at 7th. Sometimes it has some, delays, but we try to do it. You can see how much points you got, and you can see the results of other people also and your points. So in your case, for example, we had a Twitter space now. You can make some notes about this Twitter space and send it as a new tweet and go to this form and send the link. And our community managers will mark it and see the interactions and give the relative points in the sheet. So that's how you can do.
Fair enough. And yeah, thanks a lot for sharing this process of on how to become a contributor for the JediSwap AMM. We have come to the end of this Star Cafe. And first of all, I would like to thank our guests, Chobi and Colin, for coming here today. And obviously, a big hug also goes to our listeners. I also see here Joao from Bankless Brazil, if I remember well, Fabio Catalao, Starknet's prophet in Brazil as well. So a lot of Brazilian friends here. Exodus, Kodawari, Moton, Tomuk, Dizzy, Mash, Wara, Wazan, ZK Berlin, Virtu, Maroon, and all the others. Thanks a lot for having joined us at this Star Cafe. And having said that, once again, thanks a lot, Chobi and Colin, for coming. See you next time to talk about the next breathtaking developments from JediSwap. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for inviting us. It's always good to be here with an old friend.
Thanks for organizing. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, guys. And well, it's now time to close the cafe. Remember to share the Starknet vibe, and see you the next time. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye. Join the Stark side.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Join the force.
Join the force. Bye-bye.
Yeah.